Everyone, and welcome to this week's Varia Casual Randomizer Race. Looks like we've got, I believe, 8 runners today. Two, four, six. Oh, we're up to 10 now. Wow. So we've got Sentient Flatbread, Music, OK Beamer, Akuma 17, Marswarm, Chrono, Vinter, Spike, Zeb 316, and Kiata 89. So this is going to be a really neat one to watch. I believe we'll have 8 runners, 8 of the 10 runners on restream. So it'll be quite a bit of action. However, it should be a lot of fun. This is the casual setting. So casual skills preset. It is a full major split. Other than that, pretty standard settings. No area randomizer, no door color randomization, anything like that. Just a pretty standard casual full randomizer. Pretty similar to what you would see in something like SMRAT. Of course, that does mean that there is quite a bit that can happen here. And I certainly don't see all of our runners taking the same routes. So it looks like we should be getting underway in just a moment. Yeah, for those who maybe are not as familiar with Super Metroid randomizers, the idea behind this randomizer is all of the items in the game have been shuffled all over the place. So maybe you find Screw Attack where you would normally find Ice or something like that. However, there is an underlying logic. So because this is the casual settings, there is very little that you can actually be required to do by the game in terms of special tricks. You know, nobody's going to be required to Puyo Ice Clip or anything like that to get into Spring Ball. And so we have this casual Varia Weekly, Varia being the name of the randomizer. Very adaptable randomizer of items and areas. Just as a nice race for accessibility to get as many people as possible to enter. And we do see some people here choose to play the game pretty vanilla as far as the appearance of the game. Looks like we got a Justin Bailey costume there from Vinter, as well as some colors randomization, color palette randomization from a couple of our other runners. But all of our runners are off right now. Everyone taking the same route. At the very beginning of the game, there's not really much we can do in terms of variance. So everybody will be picking up that morph ball at its pretty standard location. It'll be a little bit before we see any sort of variance. I expect everyone to take the pretty standard route, check out all the items up here. It's possible if we find power bombs that we could be looking, some people may want to do something like an early gauntlet, for example. Nothing incredibly exciting so far, though. We do find those power bombs, though. Only one pack, but that does open the door to make a few extra checks. For example, this Billy Mays right here. Oh, wow. And it looks like we have Speed Booster and Super Missiles. So that actually changes quite a bit. Yeah, so Speed Booster helps allay power bomb concerns just a little bit, as well as giving us access to certain areas, and of course, just helping us go fast. Movement with Speed Booster but no high jump boots is definitely awkward, but I think most runners would say is more than well worth it. And Spazer is behind Morph Ball. Spazer, it's a little bit of a controversial item. However, it can be nice for early game firepower, for sure. Like, if you're going to find Spazer at all, the earlier the better. All right, and we see on Sentient Flatbread screen, we do have a second Power Bomb pack, which means Gauntlet will be an option for our runners, should they choose to go for it. A zero tank Gauntlet is... it can be a really difficult thing to do. There are just quite a few places that you can mess up and die. So it's a bit of a risk. However, being able to access 3 items and see 1 item you wouldn't be able to otherwise, a lot of runners feel that's more than worth it. Yeah, all of our runners just in various stages of the early game here. Sentient Flatbread is a little bit of an early leader to the pack. He will be the first one entering Bomb Torizo. No BT fight today, unfortunately. No bombs around. So now what we're seeing right now, if Sentient Flatbread wants to go for that gauntlet play, and it looks like he will. Having 15 power bombs, strictly speaking, Flatbread does have access to a Crystal Flash with this ammo. However, with 0 tanks, that's not gonna be hugely effective. And he will be going to check criteria power bombs as well with that speed booster. Which does mean unless he goes back to refill at the ship, the gauntlet play will be really scary. And he just finds supers. Looks like Beamer is joining Flatbread up there, going to pick up, going to be rewarded with those supers. Wow, yeah, and Flatbread is really just going for this gauntlet on 42 health. This is pretty scary. Oh no, and Beamer takes a death there. That'll set him back just a little bit. He did save beforehand. But yeah, it looks like of the people who have opted to skip Gauntlet, Akuma is in the lead there. Oh no, and Mujic falls down and takes a death as well. These early checks can be really scary if you don't have any tanks whatsoever. So on Akuma's screen, we're about to see the beginning of the Brinstar items. Yeah, and Akuma showing us that if you have Speed Booster, you actually don't need to Mach Ball through there. Yeah, unfortunately nothing exciting at Gauntlet, really. One reserve tank is better than nothing, for sure. But certainly not going to be what Pizza or Mujic or any of these other players going the Gauntlet route we're looking for. Oh, but at early supers there are high jump boosts, which is quite nice to find. And you will notice from our runners that item fanfares have been sped up, which makes our runners just a little bit more inclined to pick up any items they come across. It does have the added downside, though, of not giving you nearly as much time to think ahead about your next decisions. But yeah, at this point, by the time our runners get to Brinstar, they're looking fairly kitted out, having speed, high jump boots, and bombs. It's like Akuma is the first one here to check out Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible has been changed a bit in Varia, so the power bomb requirement is lightened by one power bomb. It wouldn't matter in this case, as that's a bomb block anyway. But often early bombs are something of a rarity. That was a very nice speedball there from Pizza to just manage to jump over the speed booster blocks, avoid hitting the decor pit. But yeah, fairly soon here we'll be seeing the first real major route deviation as to whether our runners want to go up or down Red Tower. That's going to be really important. And it looks like Akuma's having a little bit of trouble there, getting the reverse green gate glitch or the wave gate glitch, which is a trick where you fire super with just the right positioning such that it can actually accelerate quickly enough that on one frame it's to the left of the gate, and on the next frame it's just far enough right to hit that button. It's a pretty important trick to know in lieu of actually having wave beam. Yeah, and it looks like at this point, oh no, I'm not sure what Akuma is attempting here is actually possible. I think you might be able to do it if you have full energy. Oh, that's an interesting strat though. Yeah, he's going for the crystal flash. Pretty clever. He is sinking quite a bit of time into getting this waterway check. However, it's quite likely better than just having to leave it. Unfortunately, it is just missiles though. And it looks like just due to better movement, I believe sentient flatbread has actually caught up to Akuma, despite having done that gauntlet play. Alright, and finally, in the Green Hill Zone tube, we get our first E-Tank. Quite a bit in. So I'm sure our runners will be very thankful to see that. Alright, let's see. Looks like Akuma wants to go down Red Tower. And Pizza is doing the same. Oh, and Marsworm takes a death there. I'm not sure how far back that'll set him. As this looks like back to the, is this the Spore Spawn save? So, I don't think that's too bad. Oh no, the beginning of Green Britain. Yeah. The beginning area of Bryn Star save. So, Marsworm will have to redo a little bit. It seems like Akuma actually did opt to go back up Red Tower. Interesting. Meanwhile, Flatbread is working on clearing out Kraid's lair. Yeah, we'll have to see if this play by Akuma pays off. With that speed booster, our runners do have pretty simple access to moat. However, a 2-tank Fantoon is maybe not, certainly not the easiest. It can be a little bit rough. So I would honestly expect to see, oh well, there's a 3rd tank. Now it's looking a lot cozier. Although, still suitless is not ideal. Oh, and Flatbread unfortunately gets a Kraid stand up there. Takes the fight down pretty quickly though. Looks like Beamer's entering into Kraid's lair as well. We'll see which direction Chrono wants to be going in just a second from now. So Chrono wants to go up Red Tower, and this is interesting. I know a lot of people tend to prefer going down Red Tower in these types of settings. Alright, Beamer's setting up for a great quick kill right now. Let's see if he gets it. Oh no. Looked like Beamer actually went for the uncharged shot method. Oh wow, yeah, and Flatbread has acquired a gravity suit in Kraid E-Tank. And he's actually going to take that and go straight to Meridia. Fair play. Some people would want to check high jump first, just in case there's Varia there. Oh, but Flatbread does find Grappling Beam. Not the most useful. It can still be used to have a quick-ish way to kill Dragon. Yeah, Flatbread picked up Grav at Crate Tank. And Varia, good lord. So Flatbread is looking real smart with this play. And now, yeah, I wonder if he's just gonna completely bail and go back to... Now, it looks like he wants to keep going in Meridia. I guess he doesn't really have an item set that would be great for clearing Lower Norfair, so that's understandable. Although that second E-Tank maybe could sway his favor towards Lower Norfair just a little bit. However, Plasma or Screw Attack would be really nice to find for that regard. It does seem like Flatbread's going towards Norfair now. Meanwhile, Akuma is the first to enter wrecked ship, I believe. And Music, I think, will be entering wrecked ship just a little bit after checking this criteria power bomb item that he didn't get earlier. Yeah, Beamer also has gravity and checked. I don't think he saw anything there at high jump. Or, oh, Plasma was there. Wow. Yeah. So that's a very nice find, and honestly, that means that we'll be really inclined to just full clear Lower Norfair. Or rather, just get through Lower Norfair while he is here. Plasma helps out tremendously, even without charge shots, just because you can use the iframes of Plasma to go through enemies. Alright, Kuma's starting Fantoon here. Looks like a decent setup for a 3-round here from Akuma. Yeah, Akuma should be able to finish this in 3 now. Yep, and Beamer has received his Varia as well. Oh no, Akuma accidentally was a little bit too quick on those missiles. Fantoon should be 1 super though, here. Akuma just wants to finish it with missiles, just be as safe as possible though. Yeah, unfortunately for our runners who decided to go up Red Tower, we've pretty quickly learned that going down is by far the play. Both suits this early on into the go down Red Tower play is really nice to see. Yep, and Flatbread does a nice gravity jump there to get through Lava Dive very quickly. Then making use of the pause glitch, just save a handful of frames there while re-equipping their gravity suit. And now Beamer is re-entering Norfair. We'll have to see how much of Norfair he wants to do. Flatbread was pretty content to just book it to Ridley. However, if we do find something like Screw Attack or Space Jump in Norfair, that could be really good for Beamer. And Vinter picks up gravity now. But yeah, with these, with the way these item drops have been going, I have to imagine the players that went down Red Tower first are really just never going to check anything in Wrecked Ship. Yeah, Beamer got Plasma before entering Meridia. Because Beamer checked High Jump Boot's location. Oh, and I didn't see where Spike took a death there. Thought he was in Kraid's lair. That's going to set them back quite a bit, actually. Yeah, this looks like a pre-gauntlet, so... an unfortunate death. Super Metroid is really hard, and especially when you're trying to push yourself to complete a seed as quickly as possible, you can really push yourself to do techniques maybe you don't feel fully comfortable with. And for a casual seed, this seed has maybe not been super kind ammo-wise. Or, health resources-wise. Music does pick up that gravity there. Oh, that was a really neat power bomb jump there from Beamer to never fall into the acid. I liked that a lot. Flatbread is onto the Ridley fight now. Should be a really quick Ridley fight with 30 supers. Alright, Ridley's just about dead here. I think Ridley's dead, just pogoing. Oh, very nice grab there from Flatbread. Really clean fight. And Flatbread is rewarded with a missile. Lower Norfair tends not to have too much in the way of items. Just because it requires so much to get here in a casual item set. Oh, yeah, Chrono got an enrage. Without having charge, this is going to be really hard to survive. Oh, and Chrono unfortunately does take a death there. Meanwhile, I don't believe Akuma has found anything here in Wrecked Ship so far. And interesting, it looks like Music wants to continue onward in Meridia. Both Flatbread and Beamer decided to bail and just go for Norfair, but Music would like to clear out this area first. Maybe get just a little bit better equipped before going into Lower Norfair, as it is the scariest area of the game. Yeah, Sentient, please be careful. I know he has one reserve tank, but he is coming up on some key hunters that will deal 50 damage per hit. So, oh no, that is, yeah, he really didn't. Oh yeah, Sentient needs to pray that an E-tank is coming up. Unfortunately, not an E-tank at a that power bomb and missile and maze there. It looks like Music takes down Botswoon. What were those drops from Botswoon? That's like more supers than I've ever seen. Wow. Looks like Flapred is setting up for a Crystal Flash. Oh, Space Jump in Lower Norfair. That's nice. Yeah, so Flapbread, very smart, remembers the Crystal Flash. Now he could honestly go for super high damaging strats for 3 Musketeers. Yeah, see, he goes for the jump morph on the last Key Hunter just to make it through and not get knocked back down. Oh, and Music finds Charge in Precious Room. That is really nice. He's not going to have to worry about picking up any more ammo, really. Ammo's still going to be faster to get with these item fanfares turned off for supers. Oh, and Marsworm goes for a really scary Crystal Flash in the middle of a Phantoon fight. An important fact, Phantoon does go down for Marsworm, nice, but an important fact about Crystal Flash is you actually don't get iframes during it. So if you get damaged by anything, it'll damage you every single frame, which means one of those flames could have wrecked Marsworm's day. Thankfully, he makes it out though. It's like Music is going for a grapple strategy on Dragon. He unfortunately missed the quick grapple. In my opinion, quick grapple with left to right Dragon is really difficult. I don't like it at all. Oh no! Music presumably thought he had more health in his reserves. Did Oh, that's really unfortunate. According to the tracker, it seems like Music might not have Varia yet, so maybe Music skipped Mama Turtle, which would mean that those sparks still do the same damage as if you only had Varia suit, or if you only had Power suit, I mean. And in response to that, Music does forfeit. Really unfortunate to see, but it had been quite a long time since his last save. Yeah, meanwhile, Sentient Flatbread is actually quite close to finishing the game. By the time he leaves Dragon, he'll be in go mode, having seen that charge beam. And from there, it's just a matter of quickly stopping and wrecked ship for Phantoon, and then on to Turian to beat the game. OK Beamer is not too far behind, about to finish up LN Escape right now. And oh, Akuma unfortunately gets Akuma's super gets intercepted by Kraid's Claw. You hate to see it. Alright, Vinter is in the Botswoon fight right now. Not much to do here, but go for a bunch of supers. Thankfully, our runners have quite a few supers, so soft locking is unlikely here, even without the charge beam. Yeah, okay, Vinter takes bot swoon down, nicely done. So Varia is at Mama Turtle music. Yeah, really unfortunate. I assume when you were going for the grapple kill, you were thinking of it as if you had Varia, or rather the protection from Varia. Because those sparks on the wall count as environmental damage. Yeah, all of our runners are going through now. Most of them are sort of completing or have completed sort of their initial choice to either go up to wrecked ship or down, going through Lower Norfair and whatnot. Spike gets that plasma beam. And Flapred should... Oh yes, very nice. Very nice Dragon. He will attempt to convert this blue suit into a spike suit here. No luck, so just decides to keep the spike suit. Especially with Space Jump, I think that's perfectly reasonable. And Flapred is not even checking the Dragon item. That's an interesting choice to me. Ice would still help him out quite a bit. Of course, that is just extra time. A nice reverse full happy there. Really playing it close on that energy, though. Just barely had enough for that spark. Oh shoot, Flapred didn't check Precious? That's actually tremendously bad for him. I thought he had gotten that charge beam. Yeah, that's really unfortunate if that's the case. He does have enough to beat the game without any refills, but charge beam would just make it so much cozier. Looks like Vinter is going for a grapple kill right now. Best of luck to him. Alright, gets it. Nicely done. Meanwhile, Beamer finishes off bot's wound here. But yes, we are 36 minutes into the race, and we can see already Flatbread is sort of entering the end game. Yeah, it looks like Chrono's going through Attic right now. Just about to finish up this wrecked ship, and then hopefully go down and pick up his gravity and then Varia suit. Alright, and Pizza is about to enter Fantoon. Going for the speedball entry to the room. There are certainly harder speedballs in the game, but this is one of my favorites. Alright, and Beamer gets the grapple kill on Dragon. Nicely done. Beamer also will not be checking behind Dragon. And Akuma gets his Varia suit. So we'll see if Akuma wants to go down to Lower Norfair or finish out Meridia first. Alright, nice Doppler there from Flatbread. Looking like a good 3-round. Unfortunately, Fantoon giving off a left slow here. Flatbread finishes out the fight, and now he will be, assuming no catastrophic mishaps, he will be the first one entering Turian. It's like Vinter is showing us some items we haven't checked out yet. Nothing exciting in sand pits. At this point, the main things that our runners could find that would really help them, it would really just be screw attack, actually. You know, we found I missed where ice was, but it looks like Vinter has picked that up along with wave. Was that somewhere in Meridia? I assume. Oh, ice was behind Dragon. Okay. Honestly, that's why I never skip the behind Dragon check. Is I have found so many times. Flatbread does go for ship refill here. Borderline necessary with the ammo count that he has. That... Oh no! Flatbread! Oh, wait. I'm not sure what Flatbread did, because there should have been a graphical glitch there. Is it because... Is it once Criteria is awake, sparking into that door is fine? Trying to think, because I know at least before Criteria is awake, if you spark into the door to Alcatraz without turning right or anything, you can totally mess up the visual effects. I know there are conditions when Criteria is awake, though. I'm not sure how you avoid that without wiggling right. Alright, Flatbread is making quick work of these Metroid runs. Going for some grouping strats with power bombs. Or, oh, with the ice beam. I guess he did pick up ice. So it wasn't that Dragon then. What's it? Maybe we'll see from one of our future runners then. Marsworm picks up his gravity suit. Nicely done. And Flatbread is setting up for Baby Skip. Waveless Baby Skip is quite difficult. So best of luck to him. Looks like he's about got it, and nicely done. Yeah, there's nothing particularly difficult about waveless baby skip. It's just that you have to execute more without messing up, and it's quite a bit more punishing if you do mess up, just because of the time you've sunk into it. Oh, there's Ice Beam after Bot's Wound. Looks like Marsworm is going for the short charge to get the mainstream missile item here. This short charge is easier than the one down below, but it can still provide some challenge. Phantoon goes down for Spike. Nice Zeb skip from Flapred. Yep, and Flapred is now the first one onto Motherbrain, entering the Motherbrain 2 fight. Closest behind would be Beamer, entering Turian right now. Although I believe off-screen, unfortunately we did have more, well, fortunately we had more runners than we could restream, and unfortunately we just can't fit 10 on this layout. But off-stream Zeb is currently, I believe, slightly ahead of Beamer, also doing Metroid rooms. So yeah, we have a few runners in Turian right now, but Flapred is by a fair bit the first one to enter into the Motherbrain 2 cutscene. A really well run race on his part. Some really nice routing paired with some really nice movement, and he was able to pull ahead. I believe he might have been the only one to attempt Gauntlet and not take any deaths. I don't believe he's taken any deaths this whole race. Through Pillar's room right now as OK Beamer, I believe OK Beamer just damaged down, didn't go for baby skip. Yeah, and Vinter there finding that spring ball. Always nice to see, great item. Unfortunately, it's probably not what he wanted to see, I would imagine. He would have rather seen that screw of the items that are remaining. Alright, nice Motherbrain 3 here from Flapred, going for some up and personal attacks to reduce some lag on this Hyper Beam. And now Flapred enters the escape. Meanwhile, Beamer is attempting Zeb skip right now, gets it very quickly, nicely done, and is on to the end game. So yeah, all things considered, this has been really well run from everyone here. A really fast seed if you decided to go down Red Tower. Like obviously, it's like, oh, any seed is fast if you read it correctly, but this one's been really quick. And Flatbread is going to have a sub 50 finish here. But yeah, very nicely run. Beamer on Mother Brain 2 now. And Sentient Flatbread finishes in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 48:21. A very impressive showing from Flatbread. GG. And Chrono is doing just a little bit of farming before entering into this Ridley fight. Understandable. Ridley can be, or excuse me, Akuma is doing a little bit of farming. Now Chrono is entering into Meridia to hopefully acquire his Varia suit. Meanwhile, Marsworm going for a grapple kill on Dragon. Dragon, I was about to say being very nice with Spanx. Still pretty nice, only did 2. We've got quite a few bosses on screen right now. And Ridley actually dies just by exploding for Akuma. And Akuma isn't even interested in checking Ridley's item. He just wants to hightail it to the end of the game. At this point, he's just got Dragon left to do. Yeah. Beamer maybe having a little bit of trouble with Mother Brain 3, opts to just return to Lag Corner. When in doubt, go back to Lag Corner. It is slower, but it's certainly a lot better than having struggling with Mother Brain 3 and getting hit by her attacks. Oh no, and unfortunately, Vinter takes another death. Not sure how far back this puts him. Back to the start of Lower North Fair. Best of luck to him this pass through. Yeah. Yeah. So no items lost. He will have to traverse Lower North Fair again. Yeah, let's look in Flatbread's credits to see where that screw attack was. Missile Yellow Meridia Super Missile. Okay, so Watering Hole had screw attack. Interesting. Now it was the Super Missile, so that's Watering Hole. And off-stream rather, Zeb316 has finished with an official race time GG time of 51:30. And now OK Beamer finishes with an official racetime.gg time of 51:58. GG Zeb, GG Beamer. Really nicely run from both of them. Really close times, and any seed with a time that low you should be proud of. have to see. It looks like Mars Worm will potentially be the next finisher. I believe he's defeated all the bosses at this point. Alright, now Mars Worm still has to do Ridley. However, so Akuma is making his way to Turian right now. Yeah, so Akuma will likely be our next runner to enter Turian. Chrono still has Dragon and Ridley to take down, and Vinter has Ridley and Fantoon yet to go. Mars Worm just has Ridley, so will likely be entering Lower Norfair shortly. Chrono will be picking up his Ice Beam now. Very nice, very nice beam. Yep, Kuma just making his way towards Turian right now. Where I'm going for a gravity jump here. And gets it nicely done. Let's see OK Beamer's finishing item and collection percentage here. %. 4 more items collected compared to Sentient Flatbread. So pretty close on item counts. And Akuma's about to enter Turian. Mars Worm just has Ridley to go, and then Chrono, Vinter, and Spike each have 2 bosses remaining. Alright, and Ridley goes down for Vinter. So now Vinter just has to make a quick stop for Dragon. Or excuse me, for Fantoon. And he'll be on his merry way. Alright, looks like a nice grapple there from Chrono. Dragon goes down, so Chrono just has to complete Lower Norfair. finishes out Metroid rooms. Perfect ammo, so no concerns there. And Akuma, rather than going for baby skip, will just be doing baby skip to damage himself now. Perfectly reasonable. Baby skip is an incredibly hard trick under the best of circumstances. Alright, and Spike picks up that Varia suit. So, with that out of the way, they now have the ability to go down and kill Ridley in Lower Norfair. And in just a moment, Akuma will be attempting to go for the Zebetite skip. He's got ice. I don't believe he's got wave though, so yeah, he will have to do it from under the platform like that. I honestly don't know. Very nice. Vinter needs to be a little bit cognizant of his health here. Especially since, unlike Pizza earlier in the race, Vinter does not have the ability to Crystal Flash. He doesn't have enough supers. Swarm is on the Ridley fight as Akuma is just finishing up Mother Brain 2 here. Yeah, I believe 2 of the runners have found Screw Attack. Chrono has it, and I think Spike has it as well. Yeah, Spike and Chrono both have it. Ridley goes down for Mars Worm. And Mars Worm will receive his complimentary missile pack from Ridley. Decides to politely decline though. Says thank you, I already ate. Barring any unfortunate casualties at this point, I expect Akuma to be our 4th finisher. Brain 3 goes down. So Akuma is entering the escape. Should be a sub 105 time. Still a very nice time to put out. Mars Worm has to be a little bit careful on health here, especially, I guess he skipped high jump boots, which means, unfortunately, he does not have that plasma. And I understand that save, but that does put him in a bit of an awkward situation with this Key Hunter. Sentient Flatbread was the winner of today's race. Zeb came in second off stream, and then OK Beamer took third place. And in just a little bit, we should be seeing Akuma finish in fourth. Our other off-screen runner, Lomian Jones, currently has just finished with Lower Norfair. That I believe that's his last boss. Yep, and Akuma finishes with an official race time.gg time of 104.22. So GG's to all four finishers thus far. GG to Mujic as well. Took an unfortunate death there. And best of luck to the 5 runners remaining in the race. Yeah. Honestly, the best thing that Mars can do here is probably just bring that Key Hunter down and take some damage. However, he is going for an ideally safe strat and does take that Key Hunter down. Spike is going for a microwave on Bot's wound, having gotten that X-ray scope. Nicely executed. Yeah, at this point, I believe Lomian Jones is in the lead to be our next finisher. Looks like he's going up Red Tower Elevator to go towards Turian right now. And then Marsworm should be next after that. However, Marsworm does still have 3 Musketeers to contend with. He does, however, have enough to Crystal Flash, so that will be quite nice. Yeah, Vinter also in a very strong position. After Fantoon goes down, he'll be ready to enter Turian. So he could actually, you know, it'll be a little bit tight between him and Marsworm, but yeah, I think Vinter has a fair lead there. Especially with Marsworm having trouble here with 3 Musketeers. Makes it out though. There's a reason that Screw Attack and Plasma are both so tremendously useful in this section of the game. Alright, and Fantoon goes down for Vinter. So yeah, Vinter will have a bit of a lead over Marsworm just by virtue of not having to traverse the map as much. However, Lomian Jones off stream has actually just taken the Turian elevator. So Lomian is our 5th runner to enter Turian. I'm not quite sure what Vinter was re-enabling or disabling in that pause. Maybe disabling screw attack. Yep, and it looks like Mars is going up through Meridian now. Going a little bit of a longer route, going fully up Main Street than to Everest, I presume. Yeah, Vinter takes a ship refill. More than understandable here. However, he does have full beam, including charge, that he'll be able to use. Going through Turian and on Mother Brain. Chrono is, I believe, our last runner. I believe this is our last Ridley fight that we'll be seeing. I'm not sure if Chrono has the ammunition to finish this one out. Oh, but he does have charge, okay. Just needs to take care not to take too much damage here, and our final Ridley of the day goes down. Yep, and Vinter is entering the Metroid rooms right now. Meanwhile, off stream, Lomian is currently entering Mother Brain 2. And it looks like Marsworm should be entering his own Turian in just a second. So we've got 3 more runners that should be finishing up fairly close to each other. And then the remaining 2 will be Chrono and Spike, with Spike entering Lower North Fair right now just as Chrono is leaving it. And Vinter setting up. Looks like damaging down on the baby Metroid to make the grab go by as quickly as possible. And Lomian is currently off stream on in the middle of the Mother Brain 2 cutscene. So very close to finishing the game. And Spike manages to pull off that gravity jump through Lava Dive. Nicely done. Looks like Marsworm is actually setting up for Baby Skip. So best of luck to him. Baby Skip without... Oh, yeah, he unfortunately gets grabbed there. Baby Skip without wave is difficult. It's possible Marsworm looked like he was destroying the dust enemies on the ceiling as well, so possible he's used to doing it with plasma. Alright, Spike currently in worst room in the game. Like just trying to kill these pirates with charge shots first. Without wave, they take I believe one more shot than normal. However, Spike takes him down. And it seems like Spike does not have space jump, as space jump is at power bombs of shame. So Spike has to go for the kind of tricky wall jump here, and gets it nicely done. Alright, Winter on the catch-up phase now. And Mother Brain 2 is finished for Winter. Unfortunately, Winter took too much damage there to be able to do a stand-up glitch. And off-stream, Lomian Jones has just finished in 5th place with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 32 seconds. GG to Lomian. Unfortunately, we couldn't get him on restream, but a very well run race nonetheless. It looks like Marsworm and Winter are quite close, with Winter just being a little bit ahead right now. A little bit further into the Mother Brain 2 cutscene. So it should be pretty close finishes from both of those runners. Chrono is entering Turian right now. Meanwhile, Spike is just a couple rooms away from Ridley. Alright, Winter having a little bit of trouble on Mother Brain 3 getting his shots to connect. Like, if you miss a couple shots at the very beginning of the fight, Mother Brain can get in a really awkward position. Winter on the escape sequence, and Marsworm should be joining him shortly. Meanwhile, Chrono is about to finish up the Metroid rooms here. Just got one last one to do. Winter is actually having a little bit of trouble. This room can be really hard. So Mars Worm makes up a little bit of time over Winter just by taking that one escape room a little bit faster. Oh, and Winter actually misses the Shine Spark. So he's got to deal with some frustrating platforming. Some nice tight wall jumps here though from Winter. Looks like Mars Worm actually missed the Shine Spark as well. Meanwhile, Spike is on the Ridley fight right now. Going using supers. Ridley's super fight is generally agreed to be the easiest and fastest strategy to go for. And Winter has just finished with an official race time GG time of 1:19:47, with Marsworm finishing just a little bit later with an official race time GG time of 1:19:59. GG's to both of our runners on that finish. Yeah, and I believe our next finisher will actually be our last off-screen racer, Kyoto 1989, who is currently entering the Mother Brain 3 phase. Yep, meanwhile, Chrono is opting to not go for stand-up and just damaging down for the Mother Brain Rainbow Beam. Chrono in the cutscene right now. Meanwhile, Kyoto is in the middle of the escape. Spike has just a little bit left of Lower North Raider to contend with. They do still want to check this Firefleas item first, though. Not sure what they're looking for. Maybe just a little bit more firepower. Or, oh, they haven't found Wave, so maybe they wanted that. Yeah, Mars, both you and Winter missed the Shine Spark in the climb. Alright, and Mother Brain 3 goes down for Chrono. Meanwhile, Kiata89 has just finished with an official racetime.gg time of 1:23:20. GG's on that finish. And now Chrono is on the escape. So all of our runs winding down here. Spike just has to book it to Turian at this point, having defeated all the bosses. So now they just have to go through the end game. Chrono about to finish in just a second. But first is going to save the animals, or maybe just taunt them. Chrono does go for a save. Somewhat of a rarity. Neat to see though. Music took a death to Dragon and hadn't saved in a while. Alright, and Chrono has just finished in 9th place with an official racetime.gg time of 1:25:47. Meaning at this point, we have Spike as our one remaining competitor. So best of luck to them. Everyone cheer them on. They're just making their way up to Turian right now. But yep, and be sure to go follow all of our runners today. There are quite a few of them, but be sure to go follow Sentient Flatbread, Music75, OK Beamer, Akuma Gath 17, Marsworm, 4 Metroids, Vinter TV, Spike, Zeb316, Kiata 1989, and Lomian Jones. GG to all of these competitors. Go check out their channels for more Super Metroid gameplay. And if you would be so kind, then follow the broadcast team as well. Today we've had 2 trackers, Ghost Wizard 87 and Reem Octurus, both having to work quite a bit to track 8 separate streams all simultaneously, and I have been Glove on commentary. Alright, Spike just taking a quick refill here. Definitely reasonable before entering into the final chapter. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this, be sure to come back around in basically an hour and a half for something a little bit different. We're actually going to be doing a hard settings multi-world. So what that means is that we will have teams of 2 runners, and uh, but the items will be randomized across both runners' games. So, for example, player B's space jump could be at player A's ice beam. So player A would have to go to ice beam before player B can use that space jump. So it's a really cool thing to see, and pretty neat, as it sort of encourages picking the map a little bit more clean and doing some things you maybe normally wouldn't do in a randomizer if you were just going by yourself. All right, Spike is making it through the Metroid rooms right now. On Metroid Ring 3, one of the more difficult ones to optimize, in my opinion. Spike moving through. A little bit low. Not completely full on supers. It doesn't matter, both with this ammo count and having charge. Yeah, I believe for the race, ideally, people will find partners beforehand, and I guess anybody who shows up without a partner can try to partner off. Maybe I'll enter that one. Multi-world is a lot of fun. If you've never tried one before, I highly recommend it. Alright, Spike is past the baby now, and just has to, at this point, contend with Zeb Skip. Or Zeb Skip, or if Spike so chooses, Spike does not have to do Zeb Skip in this case with this ammo count. And then Mother Brain. Yeah, so WJG, I can answer your question about what a flatbread is, because I have actually worked in a pizza shop before that did like oval dough type pizzas, and it was very important to the owner that we keep the dough machine on, what was it, setting 5 and not go down to setting 3 or anything, because once the bread gets thin enough, once the actual layer of dough gets thin enough, that is what makes it a flatbread as compared to a pizza. And so the owner was very adamant that we are a pizza shop and not a flatbread shop. Of course, nobody followed that because stretching room temperature dough is just obnoxious, and it just doesn't work without a lot of pressure. But yeah, flatbread's pretty good. Usually there's a connotation that it'll be like a bit lighter than a pizza too. You know, pizza can sometimes be very heavy and greasy. Flatbread can feel like a bit more refreshing, I think. Often a lot more vegetables on it. Don't have cheese or meat. Yeah, I mean, I've seen you can have just about anything as a topping on a flatbread. And I've seen plenty. If they do have cheese, you usually wouldn't expect it to be as much cheese as on a pizza. You would expect it to be like more like a margarita pizza type style, where it has like the splotches of cheese, or just small sprinkles. Looks like Spike is onto the Mother Brain 2 fight, opting to use as many missiles as they can first. Spike doesn't need a requisite amount of ammo as they picked up Charge Beam. Yeah. Charge was at Precious Missile, so that's the room right before Dragon. Pear Bacon Gorgonzola. That sounds like a really good flatbread. My favorite, the pizza shop where I worked had it was a pizza, not a flatbread, but it was pretty similar. It was there was like a mushroom truffle sauce and a garlic ricotta sauce, and it had both of those. And then it was just like cheese, mushrooms, and onions, topped with goat cheese and a fig balsamic glaze, and that was really good. It was definitely the best pizza there. I don't know. I tend to like spinach on my pizzas and flatbreads. I think spinach makes for a really good topping. You have to put it under the cheese though, otherwise it'll burn. It's one of the things a lot of people mess up with it. Oh yeah, I love a good pure cheese pizza too, like a regular cheese pizza, or a lot of people will order a margarita pizza when they actually mean a cheese pizza. They are different. Spike is on to Mother Brain 3 now. Going for lag corner strats, you know, old reliable. Better than hecking around, trying to get up in Mother Brain's face and having trouble.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
Yeah, a lot of people order a margarita pizza thinking they're going to get a cheese pizza, and it's not the same. Margarita pizza has basil on top, usually whole mozzarella and splotches, olive oil. A lot of people forget that. That part's pretty essential, in my opinion. Cracked salt and pepper, too. I don't believe Samus actually is a. I don't believe Samus is a Metroid anymore. I believe at the end when she puts on the Omega suit from the SAX, I believe that actually destroys all Metroid DNA within her. Metroid lore is very confusing. Nevertheless, I am very excited for Dread to come out. Alright, and Spike here is just about finished. Just going through the last couple rooms of the game. The escape sequence is pretty interesting. It's one of the areas that a lot of people don't necessarily think to practice, but you can lose a fair bit of time in it. It can be really input intensive, especially like trying to do parlor at the end. And with that, Spike has finished in 10th place with an official racetime.gg time of 1:37.50. And with that, all of our runners are finished. So GG to every single runner. Really great performances from everyone today. So once again, be sure to go follow all of these runners, even the ones who we unfortunately were not able to get restreamed. There were 11 runners total in this race. all shown here. So go follow all of these runners. Follow Sentient Flatbread, follow Music, follow OK Beamer, Akuma Gath, Marsworm, 4 Metroids, who I believe is Chrono, Vinter, Spike, Zeb, Kiata, and Lomian Jones. And if you would be so kind, we've had Ghost Wizard 87 and Reem Octurus on tracking. And I've been Glove, so if you would be so kind, go follow us as well. And with that, I think that's going to about do us. It was a pretty neat seed to see today. And if you are interested in more Super Metroid Randomizer content, be sure to come back here in just a little more than an hour and 15 minutes. At 5:30 Eastern, we will be having a hard logic multi-world race. So that'll be really cool to see. But first, it looks like we are. But yeah, for this broadcast, looks like that's going to be. That's going to just about do it. Great performances from all of our runners. Shout outs to all of them. And, of our 11 runners today, 10 of them were able to finish. So that's always really cool to see for a game that can be as devastating as Super Metroid sometimes. It's nice to see nearly everyone finish. And a great performance from Music as well. Unfortunate that it was cut short, but really good running there. But yep, we're just going to wait to finish seeing the item percentage from Spike there, and then once we are done with that, we will be able to start our raid. Looks like we're going to be raiding Chris, so be sure to stick around for that. Dear Force. Yep. GG's to all of our runners, and from everyone here at Speed Gaming, we will see you next mission. From everyone here at Speedrunners Arena, we'll see you next mission. Too many comments recently. See you next mission.